Hey, flooring pros and window covering pros. This question keeps coming up a lot on our forums. Is it worth it to advertise on Yelp? So I believe it is, and let me explain why. Under a few conditions. So let me fully explain. Yelp, when you look at Yelp, if you've been advertising on Yelp, you'll see the leads that come in. You can see what's generated. If you track your advertising and your cost per lead, Yelp is very high, especially compared to regular pay-per-click advertising or advertising on Facebook. So it doesn't seem like it's worth it. But if you investigate it further, what you'll find is, I didn't realize this happens, Yelp allows people to go off of Yelp onto your website. So that looks like that lead is coming in from either Google or just an SEO search onto your website. But if you look at what Yelp users do on your website, they view more pages, they spend more time on your website, and they fill out the forms. So the users that come from Yelp are very good users. So it is worth it to do Yelp under a few conditions. So first of all, you have to have the reviews. If you don't have at least 10, 15 good 5-star reviews on Yelp, then people are going to go with your competitor who does have the reviews. So it's not worth spending money on Yelp to advertise if you don't have those reviews. And let me give you an example too. I have 2 stores. I've got one in Chandler and I have one in Glendale. And I advertised on Yelp on both. But my Glendale store doesn't have a lot of reviews yet. It's only got like 2 or 3. This is the other thing. You want visible reviews. So there are reviews that you can see as the owner of your Yelp account, and there's reviews that people can see. Everybody thinks that Yelp is sabotaging them, but the real story is what Yelp does is they put up reviews from users who use Yelp. So if somebody goes in and gives you a good review, but they've never reviewed anybody before, that review is not going to show up. So make sure you have 10 visible reviews. In my Glendale store, I've only got about 3 to 5. So we pulled back our advertising budget from that and we put it more towards our Chandler store. The other condition to use Yelp is you've got to be fully vested in pay-per-click advertising. So the value in pay-per-click and Facebook, I would say, is much, much better than it's going to be with Yelp. But I don't believe in putting all your money into one basket. So don't put all your eggs in one basket, because even pay-per-click advertising and Facebook advertising, those things can go away at some point in the future. Just like Blockbuster Video, just like Redbox is probably going to go away. You know, you got to look at trends and see what times are changing. But you should be advertising in several different sources. But definitely before advertising or spending any money on Yelp, you should have a good investment on pay-per-click advertising, SEO, and SEO is not very expensive, but also Facebook, I would consider that. But use a professional for these things. I mean, so doing it yourself is kind of like do-it-yourself flooring. It's insane for somebody to install their own flooring. They're never going to do as good a job as a professional. Hey man, same thing when you're advertising. You'll never do as good a job yourself as what a professional is going to do. So seek out a good professional. In both of our forums, we all know but somebody that does these things. So get advice from your friends. Get a referral from your friends on who can get you the best return on investment. Because the cost of an advertising depends on the results, not the price. So you can spend a lot more for an ad that gets better results. That's actually a cheap ad. So then, rather than, these people used to do these really cheap community yellow pages that didn't work. That was the most expensive advertising because it didn't work. So invest in that, and make sure you're doing it under these conditions. You got enough reviews and that you're fully invested in pay-per-click before you start spending money on Yelp. Okay, guys, have a great day, have a great Memorial weekend, and we'll talk to you later.